Alright, guys. I know the screen's black right now. I need a second to get everything ready. And then we'll get right into this. Alright, let's put this back on. So welcome back, guys. Today, I'm doing performance predictions. So if you do not know what this means, I'm basically going to predict who will win racing, who will win freestyle, who will win skills, and everything like that. I'm not going to be guessing exact scores and exact racing times and all that jazz, but I am still going to be, trying to predict what places each person will get. Now, this is clearly improv. I didn't script anything in this. This is all just me winging it. So obviously I thought about it off camera, because otherwise how would I have made this video? But I didn't think about who would be where. So let's start with racing here. So I'm gonna allow 2 drivers that might end up getting different places, and then for skills, I'll break it up into 3 portions, who will be the top 4, mid 4, and bottom 4, because there's not another way to fairly predict it. Predicting it to the exact placements, that's just not realistic. All right. So let's do this. So I guess we start with racing. So to do that, we'll have to decide who will be our 4 automatic advances. So this is going to be the first prediction we need to do. Because otherwise we couldn't do any rounds of racing if we didn't know this. And I will allow 2 possiblies, just to add a little bit of fairness to this. Alright, got that? So let's predict who the automatic advances might be. So obviously, there's just no way and possibility that Ryan Anderson would not be an automatic advance. That just, he has to be, right? So I am going to be putting Ryan Anderson on that. Hang on, let me do something not even on the camera really quick. All right. Let's see who next. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna have to say Camden Murphy here. He destroyed racing. I think was it El Paso this year? I think I pronounced that wrong. It's El Paso, El Paso. I don't know. But I think Camden Murphy is one of the best racers in the sport. So that's 18. What is this then? That's 18? That is definitely bigger, Camden Murphy. I don't know. Just, I feel like. So, and then we'll put at the bottom as a disclaimer, there are 6 because I allow 2 second chances. I'm going to put this down as a disclaimer at the bottom. Alright. Just so everybody knows that is going to be the ordeal there. I probably should specify that I allow myself 2 second chances. I'm not giving the drivers second chances. Well, technically, this is giving both me and the drivers second chances. Me predicting and the drivers second chances based on how the racing performance will be. So yeah. So there are gonna be 6. So I'm gonna be honest here. Mike Christensen, of all people, I am going to say. He and Paul Jensen were so fast last time at my show. So I am going to be saying, as far-fetched as this is, Kristen, how do I spell this? Okay, that's what I thought. But I don't want to be cruel and spell it wrong. He's been very well performing in racing recently. So I need to even that out. Okay. There we go. I should be even out with the other two now. So probably gonna say Jim Kohler here. Then Charlie Pawkin, he did run Chicago style. I don't know if this is gonna be Chicago style or St. Louis style. I want to point that out. Charlie Pawkin is just generally a good driver, so I'm gonna put him there. And I have one more to put. Will I put Meninga or will I put Jensen? And this is with second chances. They don't tend to want to give independents a lot of chances, Feld, so I'm going to say Tyler Meninga. It's a big stretch, I know, but predictions are way harder once you're under the pressure of actually making them. Like, in my head, I'm like, ooh, this should be a quick and fun idea. But then I'm, like, overthinking it, and, like, wait, no, that wouldn't work there. That wouldn't work there at all. So here are my 4 automatic advances prediction, and there are 2 extra ones because they are my second chances. So here are the people who I think may be getting automatic advances. Now we are going to do the next one. Racing round 1 competitors. Again, the lineup is still subject to change, I want to point out. So let's go down the list here, starting with Preston Brez. And this isn't in any particular order. Like, I'm not going to the exact amount to guess how each race is going to go. Is it 2 S's? No, it's 2 W's. Okay, I had it right. So these aren't like the races that I'm predicting here. These are just the people who I think might be there. And I will put second chances here as well. Craig Champion, that's the one, okay. I knew there was the Team Spirit guy. Did I spell it wrong? No, that's how you spell Craig. I am 100% confident in that. I'm gonna have to put the disclaimer on this one too, so I will move this up. Because this one has a lot more drivers, and also they're in a bigger font. This one's 28 instead of 18. Then it's Corey Rimmel. I would say Corey Remmel's prime time would probably be 2019 and 2020. Like in 2020, he landed so many backflips, and then he came back this year. Kind of depended on the skills challenge, not gonna lie there. And then we'll put. Is that already 8? No, that's 6. Oh yeah, because we need to do the 2 that were possibilities. So I'll say maybe Mike Christensen and Tyler Meninga. Hello? Oh, okay. Oh, get rid of that last one right there. Ooh, do I get rid of Charlie Pawkin? I mean, Mike Christensen has been so consistent in racing. Like, it's not even funny. So the stream delay is still packing. I don't know why. Like, if I go to OBS, see, I have the stream delay set at 1 so that there's no delay, but if I go to stream settings, add a delay none. So I don't know why the stream delay is still so bad. I'm just I've definitely ruled out these three. I'm really caught up in between Charlie Pawkin and Mike Christensen. Who would be more likely to get the free advance? I'm gonna be honest. I think not completely based on performance. I'm thinking that knowing Feld, they would put a Feld driver through. Again, though, it all depends on practice, like what they do pre-show, so, I mean, you can't really say anything from that. Racing round 2. Oops. Remember, this is spectatos, wow. Or competitos. This is purely speculative, so I can't say, like, I'm not saying, like, these are guaranteed or anything, obviously. Ryan Anderson. Camden Murphy. I just realized that I have to somehow make out a finals with this. That is going to be torture. So who would be most likely to win here? Well, this is all kind of contemplating with itself, but I am going to say Mike. No, he's going to be a maybe. Since he was a maybe in both of these, he would be one of my backup ones again. Because I'm going to have 2 backup ones for every category, if that makes sense. So, Ryan Anderson, Camden Murphy, Jim Kohler, Charlie Pawkin. They were the automatic advances I predicted. And then from here, I have to pull out 2 more. So, maybe Bari. I could see Bari. And we need 1 more. Oh, Paul Jensen. How did I forget about Paul Jensen? One of the most consistent fast racers in the sport right now. And for the maybes, we are going to have Mike Christensen and Tyler Menninga. For the remaining 2. Or should I have 4 maybes since it's going to need to be... No, this should be good. This should be good. Yeah, that's good. Now we'll move into the semis. I hope Charlie Pawkin is still going hard when he comes back with how long he's been driving. I hope he still got it down. Well, that's when things start to get hard here. Working with this, I would say Jim Kohler. This would be a lot easier if I had, like, per se, let's look at this really quick. If I could just go. If Anaheim had already happened when I was making this video, I would have at least something to go off of. I have literally nothing to go off of. Even if Charlie Pawkin was a good driver in 2020, who's to say he's still going to be driving well in 2022? You just can't, you don't have a way to say that, right? He's had a whole year of absence, and plus older age compared to, like Ryan Anderson. There's just not a good way to predict that. Because there could be consistencies, inconsistencies. Like, Corey Rimmel went from one of the best drivers in the circuit to a mediocre driver in the span of, winter? From 2020 to 2021. So, I mean, you see what little inconsistencies and mistakes that really set these off. So, I don't, it's going to be hard to do. It's different because Ryan Anderson, Camden Murphy, they already raced this year, same thing with Jim Kohler, and they showed that they're fast. But Charlie Pawkin has nothing to show based on what he did this year. So that's even more skeptical. So basically, I guess what I just have to do here is knock out the ones who would not be too likely. So I'll say Bari Musauer, I'll knock out, and Tyler Mendiga. It's a little controversial, but hey, what you gonna do? Make your own predictions? Because you can. Technically, these predictions could also go for any of the shows next year, to be honest. I'm actually going to change this to Monster Jam Tour Yellow. So this would be like their average. Okay, I'm going to change that to that because having February 12th there, if it's not show specific, would not make any sense. So let's put in our, now we need our maybes, so let's go down to here. And we will say Mike Christensen and actually no, I'll have Charlie Pawkin as a maybe. Camden Murphy, and here Mike Christensen, Charlie Pawkin. And then racing, should I only allow myself one maybe? That just sounds so hard. Racing, finals, competitora. Oh man. I'm definitely gonna say Ryan Anderson. And who out of these 6 would be most likely to make it? Why is chat broken? There we go, that fixed it. Alright, chat's working now. I don't know what that was all about. I kind of want you guys to help me on this one. Of these drivers, so I already put Ryan Anderson through. Which one would you say would be most likely to get to the finals against Ryan Anderson in racing? I think I'm going to need your guys' help with this. Because I'm only going to allow myself one maybe in this. So it's going to be a lot harder. So, any predictions? I'm thinking, I'm leaning towards Camden Murphy at the moment. And then maybe Jim Kohler. Ah, man, but then Charlie. I'm going to be honest here. As sad as I'm to say it, I'm 90% sure that Team Throttle Monster will be knocked out by the semifinals competition, bringing it down to Charlie Pawkin, Camden Murphy, Jim Kohler, and Ryan Anderson. So which of them would be most likely to move on? No matter what, one of them is going to have to go. Because we only are doing one maybe for this one. So I know there's a couple of you here. So, do you have any predictions for this? To go up against Ryan Anderson. I'm thinking Jim Kohler, but also Camden Murphy. You know what, though? Since at the moment where we're at right now is we're caught up in a lot of drivers who have been current this year. So what we're going to do is look at the results, actually, to see if we can get anything from here. And we are going to observe, I guess this is recent, so let's go back a little bit. That's all arenas. Oh wow, how do we get back to 2020 from just skipping to 9? Here we go. Atlanta Motor Speedway. Let's see what we got here. Burma Sour event winner? Wow. So we're gonna look at racing here. So those drivers aren't gonna be here. And that's Ryan Anderson. So yeah, this is useless intel. Arlington, let's look at Arlington. See what they have to say. Ryan Anderson again. Racing. Ryan Anderson, yep, that's not gonna be useful. Actually, Corey Rimmel in the finals is interesting, but we knocked him out way back in the day, so that's not going to be one. Anything for Jacksonville? Jim Kohler might honestly not have been as good as I thought he was. Okay, never mind. No, because he didn't get very far in racing at all. In either of the shows. So now we're going to look at 2020 results to see what we can draw about Charlie Pawkin here. So let's go back and look at some tour yellows for this. I don't know which ones were tour yellow last year. I'm assuming this is tour red. Yeah, it is. I don't think any Texas would be it, so let's go a little bit more recent than that. Was that the last show they did that year? Oh, here we go. Alright, racing finals. So he didn't make it to the finals, but he was defeated in the semifinals. And then he did make it to the finals again and got defeated. So, based on this year's performance, I think we're going to be ruling out Jim Kohler here. I think Jim Kohler would be out by the semifinals here. So that's going to conclude racing. I'm going to be making this like a regular slideshow because I might honestly make this as its own video and this just be, you know, the making of it. So that concludes racing. It does not to be italicized. Alright, that's good. Time for the skills challenge rankings. So I'm going to be breaking this up into thirds. So who will be in the bottom, or no, quarters. Who will be in the bottom 3, who will be in the second to bottom 3, who will be in the second to first 3, and who will be the top 3. So bottom 3, I already know. I'm thinking Actually, I don't know very much about Preston Perez at the moment. So let me pull up a video of him that I can observe here. I turned it off for copyright. Because last time I watched videos on one of my videos, I got copyrighted, so. Or on one of my live streams. And it was when I was watching one of my own videos, so. Alright, let's do this. I already forgot who it was. Oh, Preston Perez. Preston Perez skills. I know he's an independent, more or less. Alright, let's see if any of these have Preston Perez. Okay, so there's Max D. I don't think he's a Max D driver. I assume that's Colton Eichelberger in this video I'm watching. Yeah, he got last place in this point standings for this triple threat series, so. And I believe I saw him do some independent stuff and he was not that good. So, I'm going to say here, bottom 3. This could be hard, honestly, to pick the last place and the very first place. That's going to be hard. I'm going to have to say Craig Champion. He's the first knockout in my book there. Craig Champion. Caleb Blood, I think, is more of a donut person in skills. Wait, is this still off? No, that's not alright. Caleb Blood, I feel like, is more of a donut person when it comes to skills. So, maybe upper lower half. That will be. So, let's do. We're going to do Preston Perez. I just don't think he's that notable of a driver. And lastly, I didn't think about that. He wasn't just down here because he was driving an independent truck. Like, I think he is actually an independent driver in general. So, I'm caught up if I should do Paul Jensen. Because he could have improved on his moonwalks. Oh, wait, no, I get my maybe. I get my maybe, though. So, I'll put Paul Jensen. And I'll put maybe Mike Christensen. Upper, lower half. That sounds hilarious. All right. No, I'm going to do the middle six. Middle six. What the heck? Where'd my bullet point go? Middle six. And we'll say Jim Kohler. Oops. Bari Musauer. Who else would be like mediocre placement in the skills? I'm thinking Tyler Menninga and Ryan Anderson for the top 2. And maybe Corey Rimmel. He's going to be a maybe because there is also Camden Murphy. Caleb Blood. That's 3 of the 6. Wait, I'm supposed to get 2 maybes. So which means I will still need to be putting 3 here and then have 2 maybes. Man, this is hard. Can I go to these 4? No, and Corey Rimmel. I probably will say I need to get one more that's not a maybe. There's always someone I'm forgetting about. That's 6. Man. I guess I'll say Charlie Pawkin. And then my maybes will probably be Paul, Jensen, and Corey Rimmel. My top 3 would probably be. Oh wait, I need my my bullet point. Can't forget about the nice bullet point. Hello. There we go. Why is this weird like that? Can we fix that? Yeah. All right. Top 3: Ryan Anderson, Tyler Maninga, Camden Murphy. I'll say maybe Corey Rimmel, Charlie Pawkin. That should be everyone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait, no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Actually, I need to fix that. Corey Rimmel doesn't have a directed spot. He needs to. So I'd have to remove him as a maybe then, but and Mike Christensen also doesn't have a spot. So I'll have to do that like that. And for my other maybe, so who doesn't make an appearance here? Craig Champion and Preston Perez don't make an appearance here from this one. But I could also pick from the top. So I would say maybe Camden Murphy. Because he's not completely back into the swing of things, you know what I mean? So. That is my skills challenge prediction, so let me count this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And these are all different. So that's good. That's going to wrap up the skills challenge. Now, we're getting into the fun stuff. Freestyle Rankings. Wait, I need to do my my very important title here, or my transition slide. Let's see, what font size is that? 80. All right. That concludes skills. Bold underline 80. Where's the direct center? I will not live happily if there's not a direct center. Where is my direct center? Alright, well that's not gonna happen. That concludes skills. So what, okay, I just need to center this out. Freestyle rankings, I'm gonna do the same bottom three, top three kind of thing. Correct type of bullet point. Hello? Okay, there we go. And once my Glendale show actually happens, I'm probably going to compare this with every show that happens. And Mike Christensen. And my maybes. I'll have Corey Rimmel. And between Paul Jensen and Caleb Blood. I feel like Caleb Blood got a little bit bigger, so I'll say Paul Jensen. Middle six, I will say Bari. I will say Caleb Blood. I will say Paul Jensen. I will say Corey Rimmel. So that's 7 out of 12. So that knocks out these three. And these four. So that puts us down to Camden Murphy, Ryan Anderson, Jim Kohler, Charlie Pawkin, and Tyler Menninga. How fun isn't this going to be? Then I'll say Tyler Menninga and Jim Kohler. Maybe Charlie Pawkin and was it Charlie Pawkin and I guess. Now we have top three. And these three are going to be Ryan Anderson, Camden Murphy, and Charlie Pawkin. And down here we will say maybe, and I'm thinking this one because Tyler Menninga is like a Gravedigger driver, so he's automatically going to get a good score. Alright, that's going to wrap it for Tour Yellow performance predictions. So here, what I think will be the averages for these shows. So the 4 automatic advances at each of these shows, I think are going to be Ryan Anderson, Camden Murphy, Mike Christensen, Jim Kohler, Charlie Pawkin or Tyler Menninga, and 2 of them are second chances. So 4 of these will be advancing, and these are the 6 who I think could be the 4 who will be advancing. If that scramble of a sentence makes sense to you guys. So I think any one of these guys could get the automatic advance. So let's look at racing round 1. We're going to say Preston Perez, Bari Musauer, Caleb Ludd, Craig Champion, Paul Jensen, Corey Rimmel, and maybe Tyler Menninga and Mike Christensen. They were probably the 2 least likely of these ones. I'm actually going to swap that out. I'm going to end up switching this to maybe Jim Kohler. No, wait, that's right. No, like that, yeah. Wait, but then there's no... Oh, okay, I get it. Guess what I will put Mike, Kristen, but for these to be actual second chances, these actually all need to be filled in for these 8. I don't know why or how I messed that up. So, we'll say for round 1, or no, I got that wrong. And then who would be another automatic advance? Who would be less likely? Apart from Jim Kohler, who might be here? Maybe, man. No, okay. So let's say both of these were wrong, and they're actually these two. These 2 are in maybe, so I still would have gotten it accurate, if that makes sense. And then no shifted over, so that makes perfect sense. Wait, no, if I put Kayla Blood and then oh, I'm too dumb. Okay. No, because if they're both in the regular lineup for the first one, they can't be here. So we'll say how they can. I'm being dumb. If these 4 were automatic advances, then... And then for maybe, we have Caleb Blood and Corey Rimmel. Now that makes more sense. Would that work though? Like, could these guys physically actually get here based on process? Well, it would, again, it would always depend on what the lineups for each racing would be in each show. So you can't 100% accurately predict this. And then this is when I did it all right again. So this is all solved right here. And then this is right here. Racing finals, our maybe was Charlie Pawkin. Wait, we're actually switching out Jim Kohler there. Wait, no. Because we got... We're going to switch Jim Kohler out with Mike Christensen. And make this one Jim Kohler. Yeah, that's right. Alright. Watch the show happen, and then everyone just absolutely prove me wrong. And then that concludes racing, skills challenge, bottom 3 correct champion. President Jensen, maybe Christensen and Caleb Blood. Middle 6 would be Jim Kohler, bottom sour Caleb Blood, Charlie Pawkin, Christensen, maybe Paul Jensen and Camden Murphy. Top 2 would be Ryan Anderson, Camden Murphy, and maybe Corey. Yep, that's alright. That concludes skills, and then freestyle rankings. Bottom 3 Craig Champion, Preston Perez, Mike Christensen, maybe Corey Rimmel, and Paul Jensen. Middle 6 will be Barry Musauer, Caleb Blood, Paul Jensen, Corey Rimmel, Tyler Menninger, Jim Kohler, or maybe Charlie Pawkin and Camden Murphy. Top 3 will be Ryan Anderson, Camden Murphy, and Charlie Pawkin, or maybe Tyler Menninger and Jim Kohler. So, guys, be sure to tell me your thoughts on how well I did here. How that concludes that painful session. Now I kind of want to do one of these for 2 or red. But at the same time, a lot of these drivers didn't race too much actually this year. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a bit of a stretch, but it's almost like they took 6 drivers who are pretty big throughout this season and put them in these tours. So this one would be Adam Anderson, Tom Meents, Bryce Kenny, Todd LeDuc, Jimmy Gardner, and Cole Bernard. And then our tour would be Corey Rimmel, Barry Musauer, Ryan Anderson, Mike Christensen, Paul Jensen, and Jim Kohler. Obviously, Paul Jensen and Mike Christensen are instead of Kristen Anderson and who else was in the season. I must be forgetting someone really huge. Oh, it was Lindsay Reed, but she's not. Alright. It's almost as if they did that, except instead of Kristen Anderson and Lindsay Reed, it's Mike Christensen and Paul Jensen, who are more current in the second half of this year. But yeah, anyways, what are your thoughts on these lineups here? I think I did pretty well, because I was the one making it. I might do one on Series Red, but I'm definitely not going to do them for Arena Series, because I know absolutely nothing about arena drivers. So, just wanted to clear that up. But the World Finals predictions video should be coming somewhat soon. So do keep a keen eye out for that. That concludes this video. I'll see you guys another time.